non-owners. This item. This afternoon, we read the top leadership of organized labor. My brother, I don't go public myself. I've met with the workers' representatives and the board of trustees of SMED. The purpose was to receive some briefing on the proposed sale of 60% of SMED's interest in some hotels. The workers' representatives inform us that they have collectively raised objections to the process and have advised that the process be halted. We find it extremely difficult to understand why SMED's interest in 6 hotels will be packaged and sold as if all the hotels are in the same financial position. Second, we find it difficult to understand why the original proposal of the sale of SMED's interest in 6 hotels has now reduced to 4. We hold the view that this renders the whole process null and void. 3. The proposed payment terms, we have observed that the proposed payment terms are valid from the original MOU based on the recommendations of the transaction officer. We also find it difficult to understand why SMED's interest in these hotels should be sold to a company owned by a minister of state. We do not think this is right. Organized labor, therefore, demands that the process of the sale of SMED's interest in the hotels be cancelled immediately. We are calling on the minister responsible for pensions to direct the board of trustees of SMED to cancel the process immediately. Otherwise, we, organized labor, will advise ourselves. We are counting on their cooperation. Thank you very much.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the show. This is The Couch. My name is Amma Pratt. Tonight on the show, we are discussing all of the issues that have arisen from, the issues in SMED. Let me break it down. So we were first notified, of this issue when the MP for North Hong, the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, sent a petition to SHRAG asking for an investigation and for, the sale to be stopped. Subsequently, we heard from SNIT, SNIT explaining that it was interested in diversifying, 60% of its stake in 6 hotels. So many issues have, come up since then. We are being told now that it's not 6, it's 4. We have heard from Rock City Hotel Limited in terms of its owner, Mr. Brian Champon, who happens to be MP for Abetifi and our Greek minister. He has also responded to some of these issues. Our interest, as Ghanaians, as people who are highly invested in SNIT, is with all of the issues, everything. There's no issue in this issue that we should not be concerned about or that we are not concerned about. However, sometimes in all of the issues, you don't find your way clear, you don't know what is happening, so that you can be a responsible citizen. That's our plan for this evening, to bring, the man who has petitioned SHRAG to ask him why, this one needs investigation and why all of us as Ghanaians should join organized labor, which has taken the lead in supporting this call for investigation and this call to stop the sale. That's our conversation for this evening. Welcome to the show. Let me introduce my guests. We have graciously been joined by the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, MP for North Hong constituency. Honorable, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank
you.
Great
to have you here.
Same here. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. So, why did you petition SHRAG on this one?
Let me extend very warm Friday evening regards to your distinguished viewers. Pan-African Television is one of our favorite television stations. You do a great job, and I want to commend you and your viewers for the causes that you continue to pursue. So I had to petition SHRAG on this matter because the national interest was at stake. Why do I say the national interest? The Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SNIT, is our organization. It belongs to all of us. It's a state entity. And all the investments that the management of SNIT engage in, what they roll out, they do it on our behalf. They are using our money. So it's important for us to really get the preamble right. Nobody is sitting at SNIT using their own money to invest in hotels or restaurants or banks or farms. It is our contributions, the deductions that they make, because there is law which mandates every employer, and you are in management at Pan-African Television, you know the consequences if at the end of the month you are paying salaries for your staff and you don't give SNIT their share. You can be prosecuted and jailed. There are some employers who have been jailed or fined because they have not deducted what must go to SNIT. It hasn't gone to SNIT. They have tried to shortchange SNIT. So you are punished for that as an employer. As an employee, if your contributions don't go to SNIT. So people must understand the preamble. So when I intercepted documents that these investments that SNIT made with our monies, workers' salaries, the sweat and toil and sacrifices of workers, already you know salary levels in Ghana. There are very few workers who still have their salaries left in the middle of the month. By the middle of the month, a lot of Ghanaian workers, what they were giving as salaries is all gone. They are doing IOUs, calling friends, help me to end the month so that when my salary comes, it becomes a cycle. So when I intercepted these documents and found out that workers' sweat and toil, our sacrifices, all these years, all these decades, hotels that have been built 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 20 years ago. And these hotels were built as part of the SNIT investment portfolio, so that as workers are retiring in 15 years from now, in 30 years from now, in 40 years from now, we are all hoping that the contributions that we have made to SNIT, that SNIT is expected by law to invest wisely. When we have gone on our retirement, under Ghanaian law, most of us are to retire by 60. If you are lucky, you may get a 2-year contract. The constitution says you can get first 2 years, second 2 years, then 1 year if you are extremely lucky. That is it. So by 65, you must go home. If you are in the apex courts, you are the Supreme Court, you can go up to 70. So we have compulsory retirement ages. Everybody will retire. And you have to go and depend on your pensions. That is why SNIT makes these long-term investments. And these hotels have served this country well for decades, for many, many years. So when these intercepted documents revealed that SNIT has decided that these hotels, they are going to divest themselves of 60%. And what that means, 60%, what that means is that SNIT immediately loses control, because 60%, you are no longer a majority shareholder. You are moving from majority instantly to minority. What that means is that you don't have any controlling stake any longer. You don't direct the future, the strategic path of the institution any longer. You don't call the shots. The new person coming to take the 60%, he owns, he controls. What it also means is that when these hotels under the new arrangement make profit, all of us, Ghanaian workers, all of us, will only share minority. We only have minority share for all of us. We, the millions of Ghanaians, Ghanaian workers, we are to share small minority share arrangement. And then an individual takes the majority, something that all of us worked, toiled to build. How is this fair? Anybody should explain to me how this is fair. That we Ghanaian workers, all of us, millions of workers, by one fell swoop, SNIT decides that we should be in minority and have only a minority stake. Now, what makes this whole scandal even more nauseating, more putrefying, totally unacceptable, is the fact that the person at the center of this deal is a sitting cabinet minister. The Honorable Minister for Food and Agriculture, the Honorable Brian Champong. He is the one that all of these 6 hotels, as it started, the process started, if you look at what was advertised on the 7th of February 2022, 6 hotels. So Labadi Beach Hotel, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, Elmina Beach Resort, Buzia Beach, the Trust Hotel, and then Rich Royal. 6. These are our finest hotels. Hotels with tradition, iconic hotels. And again, that claim that these are all hotels that have been run down, they are worthless, these are hotels that are just making losses. It is not true. Viewers can Google Labadi Beach pays dividends to government. Only last year, Labadi Beach Hotel paid 25 million cedis. And I have checked at GRA. Brian Achampon's Rock City has not paid even up to 5 million in taxes to government since it was opened. Nowhere near 5 million. And they are qualified to swallow Labadi Beach, which has paid 25 million only last year in dividends. The year before, they paid 10 million. So this claim that, oh, the hotels have been run down, SNIT is making losses, so the Honorable Brian Achampong is coming to do us a favor. Father Christmas has arrived in town, coming to rescue loss-making hotels. It's not true. I also have here, and I can leave a copy with you, the March 2024 latest financial review report of Ridge Royal Hotel in Cape Coast. Another profitable hotel, state of the art, a very financially healthy hotel. So where from this claim that all these hotels have been run down, they've become a drain on SNIT, they are not helping Ghanaian workers, and so SNIT should lose the majority stake. Meanwhile, look at the irony. So these hotels, we are told, are not doing well. It's bad news. It's not good for us. It's a drain on SNIT, and Ghanaian workers don't deserve to have this investment. And yet, a cabinet minister who sat in the meetings where these policy deliberations took place, who saw the numbers, who should be frightened about how bad these hotels are, that they are scrap, they are worthless, they are useless. He presented the best bid. You see the SNIT statement?
Yes, I have the
that
statement
he presented
right here.
the best bid. He is so excited about these hotels. Is something not amiss? Is something not amiss? Something that you are saying that is not good. People of Ghana, stay away, lose interest, don't listen to the Honorable Okujato Ablakwa. Doesn't he know that these hotels have been run down? Nothing good can come out of it. And yet, the people who are making these policy deliberations in cabinet, coming to this firm conclusion about how all of us should run away from these hotels, they are embracing the hotels. The Honorable Brian Achampong is madly in love with these hotels. I mean, can you believe what is going on? And you see, I have always held the view that it will be difficult to convince me that some public officials do not deliberately run down state assets